I've had many, many experiences in my life, which I suppose you could call paranormal or otherworld is the term I use. One in particular happened to me when I was 19 years old.
Do you like living in California?
Oh yeah, I love it. They got great beaches and the weather's...
Do you remember when you were 8 years old and your father built a new back porch because the old one was falling apart? And he built it with green lumber. It smelled funny. And your father's brother helped him build it. Do you remember that? Do you remember that?
Yes, I remember that.
Remember when you were supposed to be sleeping one night and you got up and you went out on the back porch and the moon was full? Do you remember that?
Yes, I remember that.
And what did you do? You talked to God. And you asked God to let you do something important with your life.
I don't know how you know that.
Because we were there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
How else would I have known that if we weren't there? You just didn't see us. You've always been interested in aliens, UFOs, and other strange things like that, haven't you?
Yes, my whole life.
I know. How would you like to see UFOs up close tonight?
I would love to.
I can do that for you. Come with me. They will be arriving any moment. There should be 3 of them. They're on the way.
Who's they?
You said you wanted to see UFOs tonight. They're leaving now. That was us.
Who is us?
That doesn't matter right now. We just wanted you to know that we were here and that we brought you here.
What do you mean you brought me here?
Why are you in California?
I don't know why I'm in California. I just decided to move here.
We brought you here. We have something for you to do. You did ask God to let you do something important with your life. We're gonna let you do that. We have something for you to do. But it won't be till the very last part of your life. We're gonna begin your training tonight. Start you on your journey. Ultimately, in the far future, when it is time, you will know what to do. I'm gonna give you a book. I want you to read this. It will open up a new area in your life.
he said, let's go outside. So we went out there, and we're talking and everything, and he's just being quiet. And all of a sudden he says, son, you see that light over there? And I look over and see a light off over in the distance. I said, well, yeah. I said, plain. He said, I said, oh, okay. But lights coming closer and closer and closer. I'm waiting, lights coming closer. The sound of a trolley or a helicopter or a jet engine. I'm waiting for some sort of sound and say, no, Elvis, it's a plane. There is no sound. It's getting closer and closer. There's a tree line there around the golf course, and it just kind of went and disappeared behind the trees there, and I still am not hearing a sound. He says, go in there and get Jerry. So I went in the house and got Jerry, and we come back and Elvis not there. We start calling for him. He's not answering. Jerry said, where'd he go? I said, I don't know. And I told you, I said, there was a light he wanted you to see that was coming from across the sky that went over in here and everything. I said, you go up one side of the house and I'll go up the other. We'll go out and see if he's out front. Went out there, he wasn't out there. Now, folks, I got to tell you, I'm young at that time. I'm about 26 years old. I'm starting to think, what is going on here? Because Elvis had acted weird sometimes, you know, moving, making bushes quiver and move, and clouds form and dissipate, you know. And so we're hollering out there, and all of a sudden, I hear this voice. I'm down here, guys. And we look down, he's about 3 houses down in the driveway. So we hurry down there to him and said, what are you doing? What are you doing down here? He said, oh, nothing. He said, that light, they're gone. I said, who's gone? He said, they're gone, but they'll be back. I said, okay, I'd like to meet him, Elvis. You will, and he was serious, you will. We went back up to the house. I talked with Jerry after. I don't know what he was talking about. What? He said, well, son, it was a plane. I said, Jerry, I got to tell you, there was no sound. There was no engine. There was no noise. I was in the Air Force. I know what airplanes sound like. And there was no sound. I don't know what it was. Could have been a dead stick plane, you know, engine dead or something. But it came a long way with no engine. There was no sound. We didn't talk about it anymore, and he didn't bring it up. I never asked him, did they come back yet? Over the years, I never asked him that. But that's the way it was.